higher television ratings, higher attendance figures. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't come courtesy of a league. It comes courtesy of the players that play in the league. And in her case, she was the most popular, which means she could have helped your bottom line, which means you should have seen that from day one and maximized it. But you didn't do it.
Stephen A. Smith is never shy about sharing his opinions. But this time, he didn't just stir the pot, he flipped the table. His fiery criticism of the WNBA's handling of Caitlin Clark wasn't just trademark Stephen A. Energy, it was a full-blown wake-up call. He's sounding the alarm because the league is dropping the ball on supporting its brightest and most marketable star. If you're riding with Caitlin, drop "CC is the GOAT" in the comments. Let's make some noise.
You were a bit hesitant and reluctant and resistant to it. So much so you didn't push for her to be on Team USA. So much so you had people like Cheryl Swoops who didn't even want to mention her name.
Imagine this, a player so electrifying, so transformative, she's packing arenas and smashing TV ratings, and she hasn't even hit her prime. Caitlin Clark isn't just a rising star, she's the superstar women's basketball has been waiting for. But instead of rolling out the red carpet, the WNBA has greeted her with silence. Fans are left wondering, how can a league beg for growth, then turn its back on the very player who could deliver it?
And are you willing to admit how stupid it was for y'all not to go all in speaking your piece to elevate Caitlin Clark? So therefore even more attention could have come and y'all could have reaped the benefits? Now you're going to do it anyway, and I get that, but you see my point?
But Stephen A. wasn't just calling out a missed marketing opportunity, he was sounding the alarm. The WNBA is standing at a major crossroads. If they mishandle Caitlin Clark's rise, they're not just leaving money on the table, they're jeopardizing the greatest growth opportunity the league has ever seen. Keep treating her like an afterthought, and the question won't be, what could have been, but what did they just throw away?
And everybody talk about other WNBA players not being appreciated. Nobody insulted them. Nobody dismissed their contribution. We were simply saying, despite the contributions for years and years and years, a lot of people didn't care. Fair or not, until Caitlin Clark came along.
When Stephen A. steps into a conversation, it's never just background noise, it's a headline. His latest takedown wasn't mild criticism. It was a direct shot at the WNBA's leadership. He called out Commissioner Cathy Engelbert by name and didn't hold back on legends like Cheryl Swoops, who, in his eyes, seemed more envious than empowering. This wasn't just commentary, it was a reckoning.
But if you went the opposite direction, it could have helped that much and facilitated you being in an even stronger position to get yours. But you didn't do it. You didn't do it. Wow.
Just look at how the league responded, or didn't, to Caitlin Clark's avalanche of accolades. Forbes 30 Under 30. SBJ Sports Person of the Year. AP Female Athlete of the Year. Time Athlete of the Year. She's not just a star, she's a cultural force, dragging the WNBA into the national spotlight. And what did she get from league leadership? Silence. No bold campaigns. No headline promos. No rallying support. Cathy Engelbert acted like standing quietly in the background of Clark's success was enough. And don't even get me started on the Rookie of the Year treatment. Other rookies, they got parties, press, primetime love. Caitlin Clark, she got a phone call. That's right, the most important player women's basketball has seen in decades was handed her award like a generic voicemail. Fans weren't just disappointed, they were outraged. They didn't need Stephen A. to point it out. They already knew the league was blowing it, and they weren't staying quiet.
They were going to let her know she was Rookie of the Year with a phone call in Connecticut during a practice before a playoff game. You can't make this up.
The real question is, why is this happening? Why is a league that claims it wants the spotlight acting like it's scared of the brightest light it's ever had? Why the hostility toward the one player bringing millions of new fans to the game? To many, it feels like the league is afraid of success, at least the kind that doesn't fit neatly into their preferred narrative. Stephen A.'s rant wasn't just another hot take, it was a truth bomb, echoing what fans and analysts have been whispering for months. And he didn't just highlight Caitlin Clark's mistreatment, he exposed a system stuck in the past. This isn't about one PR misstep. It's about a league that doesn't know how to handle a superstar who refuses to play by outdated rules.
Elevated television ratings, it elevated attendance, and it damn sure elevated franchise value. But now, something that y'all resisted talking about, opining about, acknowledging.
While other leagues build their entire brands around marketable icons, LeBron, Steph, Mahomes, the WNBA stumbled upon a unicorn in Caitlin Clark and then left her to fend for herself. She's shattering attendance records, drawing TV numbers most women's sports only dream about, and dragging the spotlight onto the league's biggest stage. And yet, somehow, the WNBA treats her not like a golden ticket, but like a PR headache, as if her success is a problem to solve instead of a gift to embrace.
Haterade in the league in regards to Clark, starting with WNBA legend Cheryl Swoops herself.
That's why Stephen A.'s criticism landed like a thunderclap, because the stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just about Caitlin Clark. It's about the future of the WNBA. Fans aren't asking for miracles, they're pleading for real leadership. Someone who sees what's unfolding and has the guts to elevate the superstar standing right in front of them. If the league keeps fumbling this moment, it won't just stall progress, it'll reverse it. Stephen A. didn't go off because he's against the WNBA. He went off because he wants it to win. But winning takes more than a couple of weak Instagram graphics and half-hearted slogans. It takes a plan. It takes vision. And above all, it takes courage.
I said Caitlin Clark, rising tide lifts all boats. As much as her presence was maximized by the WNBA, you players could have done more to assist.